Welcome back, everyone. We are just waiting for the start of the next segment. Let's see, how much time do we have? We have... Hello? Help. It's supposed to start in like 5 minutes. Where's our countdown timer? Uh-oh. Well, hopefully... Ah, there we go. All right, we're good. Everything's fine. So, really exciting sixth segment that we saw. Oh, and of course, my usual announcement, since I will be running out in about an hour and... Oh, God. Actually, let me quickly try and recall... When is my class and how much time do I have? Starts at 7 p.m. So that's 2 hours from now. I think it was like a 20-minute drive. But yeah, I should probably get out of here in about an hour and a half to make sure that I make it on time. So yeah, I'll set an alarm. 6:30. That's an hour and a half from now. A little bit more. And I will try and leave you with a different stream if there is one. I don't know if the other broadcast, the USBF Bridge, I think is what the channel is called, is going to be covering this segment. Supposedly they didn't cover the first sets today. Don't really know why, but hopefully someone else will be covering the remainder of this match, because it looks like we might be headed for a very close one. These are the current scores. Rosenthal against Zhang particularly. It's 16 imps between the two teams. And I think at this point... Rosenthal still needs to play one more segment. I'm not sure about that. Let me take a look. He has played segments 3 and 2 and 6. So he'll probably be in for the next segment. If he wants to continue sitting north-south, he's probably going to go up against the precision pair once again. I do still think that this is a bad idea. If they're trying to win the event. But again, not everyone's trying to win. I'm sure they want to win, but it might be less fun for him to sit east-west. Who knows? Either way, that's the match that we're going to be following, because this one is much closer. The Rubinstein-Millens match was looking like Millens might have kind of been running away with the thing. I mean, they weren't up by that much, but it was like 20 or 25 imps or something, and then bam, 85-28 in the sixth. Rubinstein now out in front by 36. A lot of work for Millens to do down the home stretch, but I think they have chances. I don't think we looked at all of the boards in this set, but man, what was this hand? I don't even remember defending a slam at our table. 6 clubs in the south making. How could this possibly be the result? There are just 2 diamond tricks. Maybe I'm missing something, but what happened in this room? A club, 3 clubs mixed. Wow. Yeah, we had talked about this with these 18 to 19 counts. You're supposed to be bidding 3 now, opposite partners mixed raise. I mean, but we kind of understand why Shan didn't. Either way, they missed the best contract. All right, quick look at what happened. King of spades, spade ruff, ace of clubs, queen of clubs, club to the king, diamond to the king, club to the 7, Another club. Oh, East got squeezed. Oh my god. Okay, well, these things happen. Well done, Zach. Let's get... Hello? Help? Can we get into the actual matches? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rosenthal against Zhang. Sure. We'll take a... Let me see who's at the other table, but we'll come back here. Look at this. They finally did the right thing. Rosenthal and Migri decide not to sit north-south against the precision pair. They go to the other room. I think this is the right decision. Diamond by west, precision style. A heart by east. 8 count. A no trump by west. These are the spots that are like a little bit scary for north-south here. Vulnerable against not. The precision pair opens a diamond and gets to a no trump. Your side could be cold for 3 now. But I think Jenny is not really feeling that with the 11 count opposite a past hand partner. So 2 hearts passes back around to north. This is a spot at match points you might balance. At teams, probably not. Queen of diamonds lead. So the diamond queen will hold. And I wonder if Chris is going to switch to spades in the hope that he can both score a spade ruff and the heart queen, or if he's going to switch to clubs. Trying to give Declare a guess in the club suit, so he does switch to clubs. It's almost no risk. Like, yes, we might pick off partner's jack of clubs if we do this. Declare has like queen 10 third or something, and might have had a guess or might have needed to rough the club suit in West's hand. But if we're hoping to score a bunch of tricks on defense, this does seem like a good attempt. Need to start playing partner for some cards, and he's said hopefully Jenny has the queen of clubs. I mean, the low club switch might look a little suspicious to Declare, so I think it's possible she will fly king. But it's not as if any other lead was particularly attractive from Chris's hand. Sylvia should probably expect that Chris is looking at some heart honors, so trump switch is not that attractive. Continuing diamonds doesn't make any sense most of the time, and switching to spades, looking at that queen jack third and dummy, also kind of unattractive. But she does get the club guess right. King of clubs. So now Declare is going to have a pretty easy time playing a second club and roughing out the suit. I mean, as Chris, you probably have no good options anymore. Like, he might continue diamonds, he might continue spades, but either way, Declare is going to be in control. So at this point, she's just going to lose at most 1 heart and 2 spades from here, which will be enough to make her contract. I wonder how no trump does. I've seen a lot of players correct 1 no to 2 of a major with a bad 5-card suit, and that has just kind of felt like... I can't really tell if this is like a winning decision or not. We have seen a couple of no trump bids on singletons before. So like if West could potentially have a singleton heart, then correcting to 2 hearts is absolute lunacy on least hand. But presumably on this specific auction, West would always bid a 4-card black suit, either spades or clubs, if he had one. So maybe in the worst case scenario, you get to a 5-2 fit. I mean, it still might not be great, that ace empty fifth ups at a small doubleton or jack doubleton or something, you could easily lose control of the hand. King of Hearts, Chris plays the 10 just to kind of unnerve Declare a little bit. Another heart to the jack, ace, and now Declare can work on the spade suit. So from here, she's just going to lose a spade and a trump, and that will be 9 tricks. Push with the other room. Now with 30 boards to go, Zhang being down 16, they're not like in panic mode or anything like that yet. I don't think they would be if they were down to like 10 boards to go. So we'll probably just tend to see some solid bridge. But in the other match, I think it's possible that the Millens team might start doing a little bit of swinging to some extent, maybe test the waters. Because if they just play a normal set and they're still down 36 with 15 to go, then it's going to be like real pressure time. But if they can kind of like cut the lead in half by getting like one game swing here in this segment, playing in a slightly different contract and being able to pull off the victory, then I think they'll be in a lot better shape going into the last 15 boards. But we'll keep an eye on it. I will try and watch the other room a little bit as well, in addition to the the boards that we currently have in this match. So Hurt by West, Takeout Double by Jenny. Kind of something that we're seeing an awful lot of, these takeout doubles without shortness in the opponent's suit. I will say, especially against a very aggressive precision pair, which I don't know how aggressive they would be red on white. You kind of just have to start sticking your neck out there and bidding on some of these hands to get involved. Otherwise, your side could easily miss a game. 10 of diamonds lead, Jack 10 9 4th, Corbell hearing the no trump in response to the takeout double, he really doesn't want to lead from ace king 5th. East overtakes to return a diamond. It is almost like the top 4 seeds had made it through to this point. Well, the top 4 seeds did make it through, but it is kind of starting to feel like maybe these are the top 4 teams in the event overall. Thank you, thank you. I did have a good meal. Looks like Declare is going to get there, make enough tricks, I think. He's got a diamond, 3 clubs, and 2 spades already. I suppose if Sylvia lets the 9 of diamonds hold and Dan switches to spades, there's a chance that the defense will come out on top. Yeah, but he just doesn't work it out. It looks so unnatural to not just cash your diamond tricks here on defense. But yeah, now Declare is going to be in time to set up a heart trick to go with all the clubs. I mean, maybe Corbell could have figured this out. You know, being left on lead with that 9 of diamonds, just seems very strange. Tricky spot. Defending against one no trump is tough. So they almost managed, but it is a difficult defense to find. All right, pass by north. Pass by east, I presume. I mean, it's a 9 count. Flannery, maybe. I don't think so, but Chris gets to open in third seat. I don't think it's his style to open a no trump on these types of hands, and he does not. Certainly a style thing. I mean, I love opening no trump, so if the hand even looks like no trump in any way, I'm going to do it. But some players really just like to keep their no trumps pure in terms of shape. So a diamond, a spade, Jenny will make a negative double. Just in case 4 hearts is a contract. I mean, maybe if 3 diamonds is a mixed raise, Jenny could do something like that. Or if 3 diamonds is like wide ranging, including like weak hands, Jenny could do something like that. It still feels pretty natural to me to just show the heart suit. Like, if the opponents get to 2 spades later, we can balance 3 diamonds, and we have our hand. But, of course, if it's the opponent's hand, which it may well be here, 3 diamonds is quite preemptive. It could freeze them out. So diamond, a spade, 3 diamonds, 3 spades. I wonder what Chris is going to do. He might suspect partner has that stiff spade over there. Unfortunately, the king, queen, jack of clubs do not look like no trump values. Like, he'll basically know that in no trump he can run a bunch of diamond tricks, but he just doesn't have 9 off the top once his king of spades gets knocked out, so he does make the more practical choice of looking for 5 diamonds as a contract. If his partner really does just have like ace 5 of diamonds and the singleton spade, 5 diamonds looks like a great spot. And that's exactly what happens. Ten of spades from east, asking for a heart switch. So Corbell complies, switching to the 7 of hearts. To the queen and ace. Now Chris, all he has to do is guess who might have a diamond void on this auction. Probably more likely west than east. If east had a diamond void with 4 trumps, she might have bid 4 spades over 3 diamonds. So I think we'll probably start diamonds by leading towards the ace. But that is what he's thinking about right now. He might suspect it's safe to lead a high club, getting a little bit more information. Or, for example, to ruff a spade and then lead a low club towards his hand. He will at least get a count signal from east in the club suit. You always have to be careful with these discovery plays, though. Against better defenders, like this east-west pair, it's always going to be safe to ruff a spade and lead a club to the king. East 100% would have signaled for clubs if she could get a club ruff in this spot as opposed to hearts. So anyway, Chris does decide to lead a diamond to the ace after a little bit of thought. Feels like a pretty good result for Rosenthal. no guarantee that North-South in the other room will reach the game. Jenny's decision to bid 3 diamonds as opposed to make a negative double worked out great on this hand. So East opens a no trump, 14-16. West is going to probably bid Puppet Stamen if they can. Whether that's 2 no or 3 clubs, we'll see in just a second. Ooh, and the first sort of swing of the match does come through. Or not of the match, of this segment. So both Norths decide to eschew their heart, 4 small hearts. This time Eddie Wold makes a mixed raise to 3 diamonds, 3 spades, and Janice decides not to just blast into the diamond game. She bids 4 clubs, Eddie bids 4 diamonds, and that ended the auction. I think I really like Chris's read, which was that like opposite was likely to be a singleton spade. If partner has the ace fifth of diamonds, game is just cold. It's effectively lay down. So a no, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. Okay. So Corbell actually decides not to go through Puppet, a little bit more revealing about his partner's hand, but this way he can possibly reach 5 diamonds, which might be a better spot than 3 no trump if his partner's clubs were weaker. So East bids 3 spades, still thinking that no trump might be the right contract. And Corbell bids 3 now, which I think is going to end the auction. I'm not sure what East is thinking about. The 3 spade bid kind of clearly indicated that hearts was a weak suit. Okay, spade opening lead. Jenny probably plays the ace here. This is one of these spots where like maybe playing the jack could be productive. Like on this specific layout, playing the jack would force out the king and then declare, you know, would be in danger of losing a bunch of spade tricks. But it would look really silly if he started with like queen 10 third of spades. You play the jack, East wins the queen. I mean, I guess they're always going to have spades stop then. Maybe the jack's not such a funny looking play. We know East has spade stuff for the no trump bid. Or sorry, for the 3 spade bid. But Declare is going to have no trouble on this steal. 5 diamonds, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, a spade. That's like off the top. So 3 rounds of spades. And does Declare have entries to lead a diamond to the queen? I think the answer is yes. So she should start diamonds by leading the 2 of diamonds to the queen. This is a good play. Just in case South started with a diamond void. I mean, I think it's pretty unlikely. For one thing, South might have led his 5-card suit as opposed to his 4-card spade suit. But there's no cost. So diamond back to the ace. King of diamonds. maybe. I mean, maybe Declare just takes a Heart Finesse now. And if she picks everything up, as in if she picks up the King Doubleton of Hearts on side, then... Oh, she does not. So now with the entries a little bit tangled, it might look like we could squeeze north in the round suits, but we just can't. We don't have an entry back to the East Sand after running the diamonds. So this will just be 10 tricks for Declare. Other room made 11. So that means we're going to see one more imp going the way of Rosenthal. Millens has struck first in their quarter. They've actually picked up 9 so far. Oh, now 13. My. The comeback is on. Maybe we should hop over to that match. Depending on what happens the next couple of boards. Maybe we'll actually head over there and take a look at what's going on. But Millens is on a 13-0 run. Which means they're still back 23, but the match has closed a lot. The gap has closed, I should say. All right, Chris gets a no trump opener. Now Jenny can do a whole variety of things. She could go through Stamen and then delayed Texas. She might just decide that the heart suit itself is good enough to be trumps and not worry about a 4-4 spade fit. Both matches, in fact, are at 23 imp differential. That's a good spot. Okay, while I am thinking about this, is the other stream live? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. I assume that they're going to remain live throughout the entirety of this last segment. So that means I can go ahead and raid them once my alarm goes off in about an hour. Are you trying to claim that web space shift? I think it's yours if you want it. Jenny does decide to go looking for a spade fit. How much more? Yeah, the 23andMe. How much more would Chris need for slam and spades to be good? Like, let's say Chris had king, queen, fourth of spades, nothing wasted in diamonds, the ace of hearts, and the ace of clubs. That's like a 13 count. Is that good enough? That is good enough. It would require 3-2 trumps. So 6 spades would make opposite a good 13, opposite a perfectly fitting 13 count from partner. Looks like Jenny has done the right thing. She is hoping that Chris has that, but now he doesn't. So slamming hearts is probably going to require a little bit too much, is my suspicion. Like, what if Chris is king doubleton, ace third? You know, maybe it doesn't require too much. Ace king of clubs and nothing in diamonds. I mean, that's a 14 count. And they're playing 15 to 17. I will point out, they're playing 15 to 17. Chris has a 14 count. I wonder if it's probably too hard to investigate for the slam. And usually you're going to expect, good 14 to 7. But I mean, that's 15 to 17, right? So Chris is just deciding he wants to declare this hand with his 14, because this is not a good 14. Wait. Okay, slam try 4-6. Cool. So they actually did have a way to go about it. Maybe the other room did the exact same. Oh, the other room probably opened like a diamond on the south hand, now that I'm thinking about it. So ace of diamonds lead. Diamond continuation. Now there's really just no trouble. Not with the trumps 3-2. Declare has all the time in the world to knock out the ace of clubs and even guess the queen of spades. Probably could make a case for leading a club up immediately at trick 2. Or trick 3 here, but Jenny decides to go the safe route. Let's pull trumps. Pitches a diamond. Corbell, I think, somewhat likely to pitch a club. Maybe he was thinking about pitching a spade there. It's possible to try and get Declare to go wrong in the spade suit. So Jack of clubs will give Declare the bad news about the club suit. She probably already knew that club pitch from Corbell. Basically just a 5-card club suit over there. But double squeeze now. What double squeeze? West has the king of diamonds. All right, 2 umps go to Zhang. The other room, they made a lot of tricks. 12 tricks. 12 feels like a lot. That means Rosenthal is back up by 21. Millen's still shutting out their opponents in the over in their match. It's also a 21 match over there. No, 22, according to the scorecard. So both matches kind of about the same speed. 2-0 by West, weak with both minors. So East will bid 3 clubs. And Chris and Jenny have probably discussed what to do over this, because this is an unusual convention to see. You and your partner will want to, you know, make some decisions about what to do over it. So Chris has decided to double, take out. I wonder what his plan is. Oh. Well, he doesn't need a plan. Now the opponents are in 3 clubs doubled. Here we go. So Chris, I think, will surely lead a trump. It might look attractive to lead that ace, king, queen, 3rd of hearts, but the opponents are doubled on a part score. You gotta start pulling trumps to prevent any cross ruffs. Like, if Corbell had a heart void, it would look real silly to lead a heart, because then you might not be in time to prevent like diamond ruffs in East's hand. Jenny's pass is interesting, and it looks like Declare is actually going to come out okay. Now, one question I have is how good is four spades with the 5-0 trump split? There are two diamonds and a club to lose. I think four spades is an absolute brick. And I think it may well get doubled in a room or two. It looks like you don't have to lose any trump tricks because East will get kind of trump cooed. You just cash all of your side winners. I mean, maybe even rough a club in hand would be effective enough. So Declare is going to end up taking ace, king, queen of hearts, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, and 5 spade tricks. The other table's in 3-no making. Well, the other table's in 3-no making 11 tricks. I mean, with the diamond queen onside 3 times, this looks like North-South are actually in some trouble defensively. Maybe Jenny should have ducked the opening lead. We've talked a little bit in the past about how keeping control of the master trumps is important. So it's always fairly natural with like ace however many times to duck a round or two until you're down to ace doubleton before you win the second to last. Declare could misguess the diamonds. I think that's possible. But Declare might not be able to afford to misguess diamonds because if Jenny plays back a trump, Declare is just going to have to win. And now, even if she was able to play a diamond to the king, diamond back, you shouldn't play the ace before knowing what to play next. That's also a good point. You don't really want to win a trick and then think for a long time. So it's not as if like thinking for a while and playing low would have led Declare astray. You know, it's not like you would be giving away the position of a club ace. Declare probably expects you to have the club ace for passing out this double a lot of the time. So is there any defense to beat this more than 1 from here? I think South is just going to get his 3 hearts and North is going to get her diamond ace, and that might be it. All right. She does return to trump. The 3 clubs, maybe some sort of suit preference. So now Declare has to pick off the diamond suit. Jack of diamonds. Chris will play low. She does take the diamond finesse. So I kind of expect Jenny to win the ace and just back a 3rd trump now. Is it not down 2 by tapping the dummy sooner? I don't see how. because North has no entry to play a second spade. Like, if you play a spade, declare wins, club over, diamond hook, North wins, plays another spade, club over. But then you just run the diamonds. Yeah, the fact that diamonds are 3-3 with the queen in the pocket, there's just nothing the defense can actually do. Yeah, a spade lead at trick 1 would have worked out a lot better, of course. From North's side. I mean, maybe declare would be very scary, or very scared on a spade switch from Jenny. Because when she plays a club over and runs the jack of diamonds and then gets tapped again, if diamonds aren't 3-3, she just loses. No. East wins the first diamond trick, right? The jack of diamonds just holds. Well, Jenny is very disappointed about what what she's seeing. All right, heart over. She's had enough. Time for Chris to just cash out. Kind of cute play, winning the ace of hearts and now playing the queen when the queen would have been high, to let partner know that you have all 3 of them. King of hearts. He might try the ace of spades. Like, if Jenny had the jack of clubs, then maybe he scores his diamond queen by doing this. But it's just going to be easy pickings for declare at this point. Club to the jack, diamond to the 10, king of diamonds, down 1. So big swing going the way of Zhang. The 2-no preempt made things very difficult. I do want to see people play 4 spades doubled on this hand, though. Oh my god. Well, I'm not getting my wish, because in the Millens match, one of the tables bid to 3-no as well, and the other table is also in 3-no on it. So no one found the 5-3 spade fit, unfortunately. But I do want to pull up the scorecard, because things are getting dire for the Rubenstein team. I mean, they're still in the lead, and I'm saying things are getting dire for them. But look at this set so far that Millens has put together. I don't even know what happened on 6 clubs down 4, but that is the other semifinal. So they got to turn things around quick, or else that 57 imp pickup that they had in the 6th segment is going to quickly vanish. 2 spades by Jenny. They play multi in first and second seat. So 2 spades shows a better hand than whatever the weak multi would be. And she's also unfavorable. Two spades pass, 4 spades. Seems like a pretty reasonable auction. East on lead. I think I've said before, the other major tends to be right a lot of the time on these types of auctions. So maybe we'll get a heart lead. Nope. She leads a club. The other table took 12 tricks. that feels like a lot of tricks. There are 2 diamond losers. So even though a heart goes on the ace, king, queen of clubs, you still should have to lose 2 diamonds in the end. I mean, maybe you can scare East if you lead a low diamond right now out of hand. It shouldn't work. Millens is going to take the lead. My God. Yeah, they did bid and make 6 spades. Oh, they got the ace of diamonds lead. Well, that makes things easy. Yeah, in the other room. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is going horribly for Rubinstein in the other match. You don't think Zach liked the ace of diamonds lead? I also don't think Zach liked the ace of diamonds lead. Yuck. Yeah, East-West found a heart fit. They bid and raised hearts. And then East decided not to lead their suit. Led the ace of diamonds. And that was it. 6 spades bid and made by Kevin and Cecilia over there. So this match is actually getting closer, but of course now the other match is also getting closer. Rosenthal now only ahead by 10. 11 count over in East's hand. She gets to open a diamond. Chris will overcall spade, I presume. He's got 16. It's not a great 16. Pass by West. Jenny can find the simple raise to 2 spades. Now I wonder how Chris is going to approach it, because he'll probably think that game has some chances. So maybe he makes like a 3-heart game try, or a 2-no game try or something. Although I will say from the open trials, we noticed that Chris really didn't like looking for non-vulnerable games as he bids 4 spades. So, but it could be just a difference of the competition that he's playing against, because this is a much weaker field than in the open trials, where he and Gavin were always going to get top-notch defense, and people would take their tricks. Here in the mixed trials, frequently people drop tricks, even setting tricks in game contracts. This is not a very pretty 4-spade contract to have ended up in. It needs something like like 2 of 2 finesses and the 3-3 heart split. Something like that. Sylvia definitely thinking about whether or not to win the ace of clubs at trick 1. Like, if Dan has a singleton club, she should probably win the ace. Give partner club rough. If Dan has this holding, maybe it's right to win the ace. I mean, the queen of clubs will be utilized for a discard later, but it might not be a useful pitch. And I think in the other layouts, it probably comes out as about a wash if clubs are 2-2. Probably better to duck if clubs are 2-2. But it looks pretty reasonable to me to win the ace. I wonder if we'll see the Jack of Hearts hit the table. Like, that would be a very simple route to beating this contract. This King of Clubs drops, and now if partner's card is the Ace of Hearts instead of the King of Spades, we can switch to the Jack of Hearts and beat this. You know, if partner has Ace 9, 8 of Hearts, specifically, or Ace 9, 8, 4th of Hearts, then the Jack of Hearts switch will be good enough. So Chris's hand would be something like Ace King 5th or Ace King 6th, Queen 3rd of Hearts, Singleton King of Clubs, and King Jack 3rd of Diamonds or something to that effect. Which he could easily have. I actually think I really like the Jack of Hearts switch looking at this dummy. It's going to make Declare's life a lot easier as well. So I like it for that reason. The hand will be over faster. It just doesn't look that helpful to try any of these alternatives. Like a club switch, okay, fine. We're not giving anything away. But Declare, if he had that hand with like 3 small hearts or 3 hearts to the queen specifically, would have pitched a heart, said thank you very much, pulled trumps, tried the diamond finesse, the queen was onside. I'm not convinced Chris's plan of 3 rounds of hearts before pulling trumps makes a lot of sense. Because now if we switch the King and Jack of Spades, we're just going to go down. I mean, maybe his plan was never to pick off the King Doubleton of Spades in East Hand. I suppose that's possible. But something like heart to the queen, ace of spades, spade, feels a little bit better. Like this has risked this whole like 4th round of clubs coming through from East, which feels weird, but maybe he's just still trying to get a read on the spade suit. Like he has options in spades. Obviously, he could, you know, for example, cross to the diamond ace and lead a spade to the 10, or you know, something of that nature. And knowing about the heart honors as well as the heart split was important. Nice new digs. Sylvia played Heart Jack instead of Heart King on the 2nd round of hearts. Huh? Well, he's been thinking for a while. I mean, he can already count East for the King Jack of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, probably at least 1 diamond honor. Oh boy. Like, see, this can't work. Not when you play not when you play 3 rounds of hearts. Flip the king and jack of spades, and now East wins the king and then gives their partner ruff with the 3rd club. Like, I don't know. Chris just lost his mind. I don't... This whole line of play felt like he was just trying to go down, and he managed it. I don't understand what happened. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this was just a really bad plan all around from Declare. Well, that does make the match more exciting, though. So Zhang picks up a small amount rather than Rosenthal winning a bunch. 4 imps. So Chris passes. We'll get a heart from West, I suspect. No, 2 hearts, apparently. I just wasn't really sure how light they were going to open. 2 hearts pass. I mean, we probably just pass with East hand. Maybe if South wasn't a passed hand, we would think about bumping 2 hearts to 3 with this type of hand. But yeah, South started with a pass. Pretty unlikely he's going to come in now, which he doesn't. I actually don't know. Is it right to balance with 2 spades on this hand? Maybe. Maybe. You're sort of short in hearts. Millens is now ahead. They've put together a 43-0 run halfway through this quarter. Or, halfway through this segment. So not even the quarter. So both matches are super close. After, I mean, just like, what a crazy turn of events in that 6th segment. So in 2 hearts, looks like Declare pulled trumps and is going to eventually collect 9 tricks. Two more diamonds, 3 more hearts, along with that ace of clubs. So 6 imps to Zhang, and they overtake Rosenthal. They are now in the lead. So we've had some really, really big sets from the 2 sides that were trailing going into this set. All right, a no trump, 14-16. Keeping up the pressure. I wonder what East is going to do. Probably just transfer and pass. It is only 6. No aces or kings. And if East-West get to 2 spades, that looks like a pretty comfortable spot. They'll have a trump and a couple of diamond losers to go with the ace of hearts. But 9 tricks are available. I mean, maybe 10 tricks are available. Depending on the defense. Because Jenny, I think, is pretty likely to lead the king of diamonds. So there it is. And Declare will win the ace. I guess Declare is just going to lead the king of spades and not worry about the diamond ruff that's looming. But I was thinking if he led a low spade, it would put Jenny to a bit of a test. So king of spades to the ace. She is going to go queen of diamonds, diamond ruff. And now the ace of hearts is the last trick for the defense. Good night, ATN. Sleep well. So Jenny and Chris play standard carding, which meant his 9-5 of diamonds is like an echo, is encouraging. Of course, Jenny doesn't know if that encouragement was based on a was based on a doubleton where he wants a ruff, or if it was based on the jack. So she decides it was based on the jack, tries to pull a trump, maybe thinking that actually, I don't know what the thought process was, but she gets the guess wrong. So 10 tricks, one more imp to Zhang. All right, 2 passes go down to south. Jenny and Chris play upside down. They do? So why did Chris play the 9 of diamonds? Wait a second. Why did Chris play the 9 of diamonds on the first trick? Really? Huh. That's really weird. Huh. I don't know. That's super weird. Chris has been doing some weird stuff. I don't understand why, but that's not a spot where he should be giving the wrong signals to his partner. All right, Kevin says 9 from 9 doubleton is standard at trick 1. Standard carding at trick 1. Yeah, I'm sure that he was giving the right signal. So club, a heart, 4 hearts. Don't we always splinter if we're bidding game here? Oh, yeah, so Kevin makes the point that it's standard to play for Chris to discourage because we don't want partner to continue diamonds into declares ace jack third. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you for clarifying. That's way better. Well, we're in 4 hearts. Brad says Chris might require a 5th club to splinter. That's interesting. That is interesting. So then maybe Jenny should know Chris's diamond holding when the 10 of diamonds drops on the second round, because Chris would always encourage from jack third. So maybe Corbell also played the wrong card, but Corbell and Jenny were on the same page. Because Jenny wanted to prevent the diamond ruff and declare his hand, and so did Corbell. How's this contract going to do? It doesn't look great. It looks like there might be a loser in every suit. There are some real problems for Declare. Like, you kind of want to pull trumps and then run the 10 of spades to pitch your club loser, but then you just can't cross-ruff enough things. So Jenny decides to lead the queen of diamonds, which makes a lot of sense. Now a club switch is going to set up East club trick. I wonder if Jenny ends up losing 2 diamonds and no spades. It's possible that she, figuring that the queen of spades is offside based on the opening lead, tries the diamond ruffing finesse instead of the spade finesse. So the 10 of clubs goes around to the ace. Now she's going to pull some trumps and get the bad news. Yeah, now it's just going to be a race to find out how many tricks she can make. I think at this point she needs the spade finesse to be making, given that there's now trump loser. Corbell's hand is a little bit pickled. I mean, he can afford to pitch a spade. He pitches a diamond. So here comes the losing spade finesse. Now a club will go over. So Sylvia gets to win, and I suppose almost anything works. It might have looked a little bit more natural for her to pull a trump rather than leading this king of clubs. But it looks like Declare was going to do just fine. All right, so push board. On to board 42. We got 14 in the east. That's going to be a no trump. Chris, I don't think, has enough to make a penalty double, so he'll pass. Corbell probably just transfers, planning to drop partner in 2 spades, which will allow Jenny to make a lead directing double of 2 hearts if she wants. Seems worthwhile. So it could go double 2 spades, showing a fit, 3 hearts from Chris, which might pass out. Looks to be down a trick. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and a heart. I guess Jenny's thinking about the double. Maybe some partnerships have some agreements about like how much playing strength you should have for these doubles, just in case your partner actually wants to come in with 3 hearts. And it is fairly weak in that regard. I mean, this is barely a preempt, if you could call it that. I wonder what pass is. Oh, pass shows a fit. It's kind of inverted from what a lot of people play. Like, normally you would want the no trump opener to be Declare. I mean, West can always redouble to get East to Declare. So we'll see. Is Chris going to bid 3 hearts? I think he probably will. Oh, John makes a good point that maybe Chris's hand is a little too good for 3 hearts. So, fair enough. He does actually Q-bid. I mean, 3 hearts can't be weak, right? Like, it's not as if partners double promised a huge hand over there. So 3 hearts should show something from South, but I think you're right. 2 spades is probably more descriptive with 14. Again, kind of remembering that East and West are psychopaths when it comes to opening the bidding and responding. So we could still have a game over here pretty easily. I mean, Chris's hand isn't great, right? Like, it is 14, but only if we count queens for 2 high card points, which might be a little suspect in this auction. Like, specifically in this type of an auction where partner has asked us to lead hearts. Well, Queen of Hearts runs around to the king, so East can now continue the Jack of Spades. Declare a win. Probably ruff a spade now to strip that out of the north-south cards. Jenny actually does have a guess for down 1, right? Because she'll need to pick off this 10 of clubs, or the opponents will need to pick off the 10 of clubs for her. I think I liked roughing a spade earlier, but this works just fine. So there's the spade ruff. Exit a diamond. They've inverted. Pass showed 3-card spade support from East. Diamond to the king. Now, it's true that East doesn't know her partner has stuff. So she was already worried. Yeah, she just goes ace of clubs. Yeah, she was already worried about Jenny potentially having ace doubleton of diamonds, which is why she rose king immediately. There we go. So Jenny did well. I mean, she eliminated the spades, which made it difficult for East to find an exit, and then led a diamond up, which also made it difficult for East. So East kind of misguessed there. Could have given Declare a problem, but it's still down 1. Chris opens a spade. Again, he doesn't like opening these off-shape no-trumps. A spade, double, probably 2 spades from Jenny. Queen third, it's her entire hand. You're not vulnerable. Ooh, a pass. Not really sticking it to the opponents. So he spids 2 hearts. I think Chris is going to be done bidding. Again, he has 16, but he doesn't have the right shape for a takeout double, 2 hearts. And how are East-West going to do in a heart contract? They have 2 clubs and a spade to lose, so 4 hearts is making. And East does bid it. You know, in context, having bid only 2 hearts on the first round, her hand is actually pretty good. She has 6. Queen of Hearts is a good card. She has 4 trumps. And the King of Diamonds is probably a good card. Nothing wasted in spades. So I wonder if a 2 spade bid from North would have worked out a little bit better. Yeah, West short clubs are good. I mean, West didn't need to have nothing in clubs. West could have had the Queen of Clubs, or the King even, and instead had nothing in spades. I wonder if Chris is going to switch to trumps here, or if he's going to cash the spade ace before switching to trumps, say. The Queen of Clubs lead isn't Rusno, so what leads are they playing? I don't know. I would lead my normal honor card. I've never been a big fan of this kind of like. I have seen hands where partner tries to get cute with like a bunch of winners and leads the wrong honor, and then their partner just roughs because they're void in the suit and they don't realize partner has the ace. So, like if the queen of clubs went small, rough, small, that wouldn't feel great. Hey Koopa, hey Shift. Yeah, it's a tie match here. And in the other match, Millens is putting on a clinic. I'm just going to bring up the scoreboard quickly for people who are not watching. 50-0 through about 10 boards. That's crazy. All right, what is Declare thinking about? Lets the 10 of hearts win. So we should play diamond to the king, diamond to the jack. That's the play. I mean, in this case, diamond to the king, diamond to the ace. Just a very straightforward claim from there. This feels like a pretty disappointing result for Rosenthal, though. Well, I will let everyone know in the other room, Eddie Wold had a bit of a slip for the Zhang team. So he didn't come up with the kind of elimination plan that Jenny was working on to try and get the opponents to lead clubs for her, which worked in this room in 3 hearts. In the other room, Eddie just worked on the club suit himself and misguessed the 10 of clubs, so he went down 2. That is the 3-ump swing back in the favor of Rosenthal. Wow, here we go. The other room, West got to 1 no trump and made 2. That can't be good. Looks like the defense just cashed the first 5 tricks. Ace of spades, ace, king, queen, 10 of clubs. All right, diamond to the king. Diamond. And now we claim. 10 tricks. So Zhang moves back into the lead here. What's the theory of playing inverted over a transfer? I have no idea. I really couldn't tell you. This East-West pair has some weird ideas about bidding. Yeah, Zhang were ahead. Zhang had a huge segment so far, and they're continuing to do so. But, I mean, it's nothing on Millen's 50-0 set in the other match. We might be on our way to a Zhang versus Millen's final, but still a lot of bridge to be played. Second to last board in this set in this room. I'm thankful the players have played quickly. That means we actually get to watch the entire set before I have to leave. I got about 15 minutes before I need to run out. So diamond by north, a heart by south, a spade overcall by Corbel, past hand. So you'll miss the last set? No, you won't. Don't worry. I'm going to send you all over to the USBF broadcast. I mean, whether or not you stick around for them, that's up to you. But they will be covering the thing. I unfortunately have to leave I mean, these are exciting matches, and so it's very disappointing that I have to go, but I will be back tomorrow. Um, I will definitely be back tomorrow for the start of the finals. You thought no one was covering the event? Well, fortunately, we have some coverage today, and today only. Spade lead. Looks like Declare needs to guess the trumps. And I would not be surprised if she misguesses. Oh, Chris is playing it. I would not be surprised if he misguesses. Oh, actually, there's no guess anymore. There's just a diamond. There's just a spade ruff. There's nothing he can do. Wow. So he like kind of misguesses trumps, but now he just has a diamond loser. Yikes. Things are just going from bad to worse for Rosenthal every board. Yeah, Will asked about the heart guess. Maybe playing the overcaller for both the ace and queen of hearts made sense. Unfortunately, he knew that if West got in on that second heart, a spade ruff was coming, so Corbell not giving Declare any hope in this contract. The USBF usually ends and restarts their broadcast in between sets. Well, that's gonna be on them. So if I can, I will send you all over there. But yeah, they I guess they have some downtime. Last board of the set. Thanks, Gapter. I'm glad that everyone's enjoying the coverage. One no trump from North, 15 to 17. If someone tells me 14 plus to 17 again, well, I think you're right. That North hand does look like a good 14 count. Maybe. I mean, like, it's probably close. It might be a bad 14 count. 3 clubs, puppet. North will bid 3 diamonds. South will bid 3 hearts. And North-South will get to the spade game. Now there's 2 clubs and a spade to lose off the top, but it looks like Declare is going to be able to pick up the trumps. $13.8. It's a pretty bad 14 count over there. Oh, South does want match points. Wait a second, wait a second. What is this? Oh god, no. Now, this is going to work because there's no way to get West in to put clubs through. Oh my god. Wait, is it gonna work? Yeah, it's gonna work because there's no way to get West in. If East gives a club trick, then that's Declare's 9th trick. 4 diamonds, 3 hearts, a club, and a spade. And if East doesn't give a club trick, then Declare can play on spades, and yeah. Oh no. Oh boy. I really don't like the decision from South because the small doubleton, like, we have 11. Like, we've talked about this before. When we have extra high cards, sometimes playing 3 no trump is better than playing 4 of a major. Here, Chris has 11. That's not really extra high cards. Extra is more like in the 13 range or so, where we probably have all the suits stopped and like sometimes a bad split in trumps or bad splits in the other suits where they get roughs can doom 4 of a major, but 3 no trump will still make. And then, you know, secondarily, the small doubleton club and 4 card spade suit is like maybe we can just ruff a club in our hand, and that'll be good. I understand Jack 6-4 deuce is not a great spade suit to be looking at, but it feels like Chris has misevaluated this one, at least to me. Yeah, Jenny is Gavin's wife. They've all been playing the same system now for the Rosenthal team. Whew, Zhang has picked up another swing. Let's go see what that is all about. So on this previous board where Chris ended up in 4 hearts and Corbell gave him no chance with both heart honors offside and the spade ruff looming. In the other room, this can't be good. This can't be good. Hold on. All right, this hand is not all that interesting. It looks like Jenny's going to do fine. Yeah, there's the 10 of clubs continuation. I'm going to pull up the other auction. Diamond by North, a heart by South, 2 hearts, 2 no trump asking, 4 clubs splinter, double by Migri, which I think should be suggesting a save. 4 hearts by South, 5 clubs by Andrew. I mean, he's looking at natural trump tricks. Well, obviously he doesn't know where the King of Hearts is, but like if the King of Hearts is on his left, a save is looking less profitable. And if the King of Hearts is on his right, like he has 2 defensive tricks off the start. I'm not sure I like either of these twist actions here. Maybe double is a bit more at fault than the 5 club bid, because Migri's hand is just terrible, and 5 clubs got doubled and went for 500 against it's a phantom save. All right, so Jenny takes her 9 tricks and no trump. Let's head over to the other room where they are in 4 spades. High club lead from East. So they had the same puppet auction, but then South decided to show the spade suit. 3 spades by Eddie and 4 spades by Janice. I mean, not everyone has the streaming software to do like the collab cam that Gavin and I had when we were doing the thing. Zoom, I think, is a fine thing to use, but the broadcaster hopefully can set it up to be a little bit better positioned on screen. I don't know where we would like put 4 people. Again, I strongly believe that more than 2 commentators at a time is just overkill. Should North bid 3 spades here? Yeah. 3 clubs is game forcing. Oh, you think that North has a terrible hand and should jump to 4 spades? But South is unlimited. We don't want to take away South's slam tries. Like, we jump to 4 spades and, partner might still feel bad and push on to the 5 level, which is worse. Maybe there are some hands for it. I don't think a hand with 2 aces would be a hand that you would want to make a fast arrival bid. Like, aces are good cards for slam. Let's just let partner make their cue bids and we'll go from there. So this looks like it's going to be a pickup of 1 imp. Going the way of Zhang. So they'll be ahead by 20. Man, this was a big segment for them. USBF, you only see the 1 person speaking, which of course, sure. Because they have the whole Zoom thing up, which is totally fine. And Finn is usually talking. Cool, cool. I've never actually talked to Finn about anything, so I have no idea how he is in terms of doing commentary or discussing bridge. Obviously, a very talented player. But that should be fun. I wish I could give more insight on like actual players. Was this Jack of Spades play the right play? This wasn't, was it? We're supposed to lead a low spade to the 10 just in case it's a singleton honor onside. I mean, I guess the Jack of Spades picks off a singleton honor offside. Is that better? Maybe that's better. Maybe I'm crazy. I could believe I'm crazy about this. And that the Jack of Spades was just fine. Low spade is right. I mean, we have issues against 4-1 trump splits regardless. So maybe both are fine. Like, I guess if East had the singleton spade honor, we could ruff a club and use the king of diamonds as entries to take spade finesses next. Not sure. Anyway, 10 tricks. Let's, I got about 4 minutes. Let's head over to the other match if they're not done. They're not. Let's see what's going on over here in the Millens matchup. Rubenstein has picked up 10, so they're off the schneid, as we say. They actually had a game swing going their way. Full 10 imps on one board. Wow. Oh, I see. I see. Unfortunate for the Millens team. A little bit of a unlucky lead from Shan. Allowed 4 hearts to make in one room. Whereas 4 hearts went down in the other. That hand with like the Jack-9 4th of hearts offside. Thanks for tuning in, John. So Adams in 2 spades. Well, look at the other result. 4 hearts in the East making. Yeah, this is the hand where we saw in our match East-West got to 4 hearts. So how did this go so badly? Adam opened a spade, as did Chris. In this room, Shan overcalled a no trump, as opposed to making the takeout double, which Corbell made in his room. And now Declare just has 2 diamond losers, right? Can pull the last trump. 2 spades is making. This is huge for Rubenstein. So they're storming back into the lead. Wow. I wonder if this match is going to be more interesting to watch as opposed to the Rosenthal match. 1 no trump's entirely reasonable. What did he have? He was King Doubleton, King Jack 4th, Ace Jack fifth. Oh, there's my alarm. All right. I really do have to run. I'm going to... Hold on. Are they live on the other channel? They are. All right. Best of luck, chat. So head on over there. Hopefully you enjoy the remainder of the semifinals. I will be back once again tomorrow around like 11:15 or 11:20 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for tuning in. YouTube, I feel like